Hi everyone, this is Venkatesh Ramnath, and I'm a physician and the creator of Be a Health Architect. You can read my latest post on Substack, as you can find other posts there as well, but for those of you who are inclined to listen rather than read, I'm going to read that post now, and I hope you find it useful. Overcoming Physician Burnout as Health Architects, Episode 6. A Scientific Attitude is Key. Building the foundation of medical science to combat burnout as health architects requires another essential component. To hold the concrete of medical science together, health architects insert epistemological rebar into the foundation of their practice with what Lee McIntyre calls a scientific attitude in his book, The Scientific Attitude, Defending Science from Denial, Fraud, and Pseudoscience. This is highlighted by the following. Number 1. A commitment to the importance of empirical evidence, for the reasons cited in my previous post on Substack. Number 2, an open-mindedness to revise previously held beliefs based on new evidentiary findings. The power of medical science rests not just on what evidence tells us today, but on how it evolves. Science is constantly changing what we know about medicine. Whether you lean more towards Thomas Kuhn's theory of scientific progress through paradigm shifts, in which changes in science come in waves rather than incrementally, or Karl Popper's principle of falsificationism, which professes that scientific advancements gain merit based on the degree to which they are falsifiable, that is, proven wrong by contrary evidence. Having a scientific attitude means that we must actively adapt as the science moves forward. And just note, the principle of fallibilism still protects us by allowing us to act today based on what we know today. Carrying a scientific attitude prepares us for what we'll learn tomorrow. Relying on what we learned in medical school and training years ago is only a starting point in building our ever-evolving knowledge base. Having a scientific attitude is one of the oaths of the health architect. But a scientific attitude isn't just intellectual, it's practical. In the quest to overcome burnout, health architects use a scientific attitude to increase their confidence about what is known and what is not known. Without evidence and a scientific attitude, we are adrift in a sea of what-ifs, where pseudoscience and science denial lurk beneath the surface. A scientific attitude solidifies our belief in what we know, clarifies where the knowledge gaps are, and points us toward where science might fill them in the future. Furthermore, it gives us credibility when facing others. When we say something, it doesn't just appear as conjecture. A scientific attitude also de-escalates interpersonal conflict. Decision-making becomes more straightforward because a scientific attitude makes the process more objective and less personal. Resorting to, "this is how we've always done it," or "that's my style of practice," when others disagree with us usually leaves both sides skeptical and frustrated. On the other hand, centering discussions on the evidence directs energy away from a time-consuming conflict of egos prone to intrinsic biases, which I will discuss in a future post, and toward a critical examination of empirical facts, making for a less inflammatory experience for all. Furthermore, a scientific attitude promotes a mindset fostering adaptability to new ideas and feelings of inclusivity towards those who hold positions that differ from our own. This connects us more emotionally to our peers, another pivotal component of combating burnout. With a scientific attitude, conflicts and frustration become avoidable rather than inevitable. Practical tip: cultivate a habit of updating yourself on the evidence and an active, open-minded awareness. Ask yourself, what does the evidence say today, and how does this align or conflict with my previous understanding? How can I reorient my mindset to incorporate new evidence thoughtfully and effectively? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this post. There's certainly more to come soon, including what to do when you're trying to have a scientific attitude at the bedside, but you're face-to-face with someone who does not. I'll share an example from my own experience. Either way, please drop a comment and click like if you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for your time and attention.